Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us as always is Seraphis, our level 15 Pandaren Monk. Say g'day, Seraphis.
Hi there.
Hi there, indeed, and a big hello to you guys watching along from home. Thank you for joining us this week, and welcome, of course, to Phil Brow's Pumpkin Patch here in Westfall. Doesn't it look awesome? It's night time, of course, because I always seem to record these shows at night, and that means because the game is running a true 24-hour clock, of course, it's always going to be at night in the game, unless I'm on a different server. I'm on the Aussie server at the moment, which means when it's nighttime here, hello West Plains Drifter, when it's nighttime here in Australia, as it is now, 8:22 p.m, it means it's nighttime in the game. So I don't think you're going to get to see Westfall during the day too often. And listen, there we go. As if on cue, in the background, the classic Westfall music. Oh, how I love it. But you know that. You know I love this game very, very much. Just look at it. Looking out over there is a classic view from Vanilla WoW. In fact, it's so good, I think this is where today's screenshot is going to come from. Let's do that right now. There we go. The pause, of course, as it takes its snap. Let's have a look at the map and see what we're up to this week. You can see we've finished off all of our questing here around the Jangalode mine and indeed around the Phil Brow's Pumpkin Farm, and we're being sent off down here to the southeast, and this is all about the investigation. You might remember last week that our murder mystery developed one step further, and we've got to go down to the Saldean's farm now. Speak with Farmer Saldean at the Saldean's farm in Westfall. That is exactly what we're going to do. Now, of course, we are unable to hop on any kind of mount because I'm too young for mounts, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with running there. In fact, I can roll, baby, roll. Probably going to pick up some friends along the way. Uh-oh, two of them. What do you reckon? Should we take them on? Why not? We've got the epic music in the background. I say, why not? Listen to that and look at it as well. This is just awesome WoW stuff. Oh, how I miss the vanilla days. When I say, oh, how I miss the vanilla days, I don't really miss the game so much as my memories of it at the time. And of course, being relatively new to MMOs when this came out, I'd only ever played EverQuest 1 before. This was just a breath of fresh air back in the day. And I've got so many great memories, and memories of great people from back then as well. All of my guilds that I used to be in, and all the online friends that I made, all the people that used to help me. Oh man, that's why we play MMOs. One thing I wish that they would do is, you know how recently they made a change to the loot system where you only needed to loot one. So it's like an AoE loot. So, you know, if you've killed two, like I just did then, you only need to loot one of them, and it picks up the loot from all of the corpses in the area. I kind of wish they'd do that with the skinning, to be completely honest, so that you could skin everything all at once. Especially if you're farming skins, it would be a little bit handy, gotta say. God, it looks amazing, this game. How can people say that World of Warcraft looks rubbish? If you don't like the actual art style, then that's understandable, but to say it looks rubbish is, well, I think, taking things just a little bit too far. Still, it is a personal opinion. Now, again, we're trying to make our way over here. Now, let's see if you guys can remember back from vanilla days. Still in the game now. There's another little special thing you can do over here. Come on, take him down. Gosh, these guys are hard to kill as well. Gotta get me some new gear. Let's grab the loot and do the old skinning. Yes, there's a very special NPC over here that's got a very special trick. And all I will say, there we go, discovered at Saldean's farm. All I will say is this. There we go. That's right. Now, unfortunately, the chicken emote for the pandas isn't as awesome as it is with the humans. But I'm sure you've got the idea. So yes, there is something here. Do you know what it is that I'm talking about? Something very special. And in fact, something very special to do with these guys here. I wonder what it could be. Can you write down what it is in the comments before you actually watch the rest of the episode? Let's see if you can do it. All right, here it goes. Farmer Saldean, and boy, do I remember coming to this place back in the day. And in fact, the woman in here she goes, Salma Saldean. She used to have a whole bunch of quests, or hopefully she might have some in a minute as well, where she needs to make some pie. And oh my god, getting the ingredients for that We're an absolute pain in the rear. Anyway, let's have a chat to this guy and see what he's got to say. Here we go. Been in Westfall all my life, sister. I can remember a day when Westfall was the lushest land this side of Stranglethorn Vale. Those days are gone. I'm just going to get rid of my... There we go. Let's get rid of these because they're getting in the way. Thank you very much. While we no longer have Defias causing problems, the fallout from their reign of terror can still be felt. Do you guys remember, by the way, back in the day when it was all Defias around here? Kind of miss those days, must admit. To make matters worse, we're in the worst economic downturn in history. All that gold we spent on fighting the Scourge left anyone not in a military-related occupation jobless and eventually homeless. Guess where all those people ended up? And that's why we got these transients and West Plain drifters and homeless citizens all around here. So it's important that you talk to this guy because he does give you a bit of a backstory as to why Westfall is the way it is now. Shakedown at the Saldeans, Horatio Lane, that man is a scumbag, dirty as my underwear. Oh dear. Listen, friend, I don't often give out advice like this, but you seem like a good woman. Get out of Westfall. You're already in way over your head. All you're doing now is putting your neck on the chopping block. Oh dear.
Bless you.
Well, he's got another quest for us here. Good old farmer Saldean. Times are tough, sister. With the downtrodden masses of Stormwind migrating into Westfall, resources are stretched as thin as they have ever been. The people are restless and they are in need of help. Our own farmhouse has been serving as a halfway house for years. Salma does the best that she can to keep our guests alive, but sometimes the Watchers get them. Watchers are those twisted abominations roaming my fields, a little present left behind by the Defias before they were driven off. Help us. So you can see we have to kill 10 Harvest Watchers finally. Again, this is real classic stuff coming back here, and it's those things out there, the Harvest Watcher. And you wait till you hear the noise that they make as well. That is something that's going to bring back waves of nostalgia crashing into your shore. Let's have a chat to Salma Saldean and see, oh look, it is. Oh no. It is the Westfall Stew. This is the one. What do you think about this, Seraphis? Yeah, I'm going to cry as well. Westfall Stew. Oh my lord. Hello dear. Welcome to our home. You don't look like you're homeless. Have you come to help us? If so, you're just in time. I'm planning dinner for the young ones and I need a few simple ingredients. If you could get me some okra, some gore-tusk flanks and stringy flesh ripper meat, then I can make my famous Westfall Stew. You'll find all the ingredients near our farm. Just be careful of the Harvest Watchers. They are merciless killers. Oh boy. 6 okra, 6 stringy flesh ripper meat, and 6 gore-tusk flanks. And you can see we get out of that a cloak, which is a little bit better than the one we've got. But look at these boots, actually. They're way better than what we're already wearing. So quite happy to do that. Farewell indeed. Now, there's one more thing that we need to talk about. Did you get this right? Let's see. I'll give you another clue. I'd like to see what you have to sell. Not a lot of people know that Farmer Saldean is actually a vendor. So I'm going to use my Sell-O-Matic there, my one-touch sell button. And that gets rid of all of my rubbishy grey items, which is good. Now let's see this here. Ooh, that's a mace. I don't want to be using a one-hand mace. And it is soul-bound, so I'm going to get rid of it. The Vest of Compassion, we'll get rid of that as well. Got my Ropes of Grieving, we can get rid of that. My Disciple's Cloak, we can get rid of that. And thick Murloc Scales, you know what, you can use them in leatherworking, but I'm just going to get rid of them because they're really not much use. I'm going to tidy up my bags just a little bit. I know. Sit down, I'm tidying my bags. Can you believe it? There we go, and that looks all pretty good to me. Okay, we are off here. Now, before we carry on with the rest of the episode, just have a look in this for sale window, and that's going to be your second clue as to whether or not you can remember anything special about this area. And one more time for the road, I'm going to give you another clue. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Let's see if you guys can guess it. Okay, looks like we're heading on out here because we've got lots of stuff to do. This is the okra, and it's a lot easier. I think this Westfall Stew quest has been updated to make it a lot easier than it used to be. Let's taunt this guy over. And there is that sound, the classic sound there. Yep, that is definitely a Harvest Watcher, is it not? And they're still just as hard to take down as well. There we go, 1 out of 10. Oh, and look at this. It's actually got a quest item that has dropped, the Harvest Watcher's Heart. And looks like that's definitely going to start a quest. The object buzzes and whirs. Heart of the Watcher. You have found what appears to be the heart of a Harvest Watcher. From the sound being emitted by the device, you can tell that it's still fully functional. Perhaps you should return it to Farmer Saldean. Now what I'm going to do is return that right now, because quite often with these little side quests, and God, that looks amazing. I'm sorry, but this game looks fantastic if you ask me. Sometimes these side quests really need to be done while you're doing your main quests.
What can I do for you?
What can you do for me? You can help me turn in Heart of the Watcher. There we go. Continue. Is that the heart of one of those watchers? I've heard stories about using one of these to power up a watcher for personal use. Of course, I'm in no shape to try such things myself. It's alive! From what I've heard, all you really need to do is find a suitable Harvest Golem and drop in the heart. Once you've done that, you should be able to take full control of the creature. I think there's a whole field of the overloaded Harvest Golems west of here at the Molson farm. Look for the arcs of electricity. Should you manage to get it working, use the golem to destroy the energized Harvest Reapers at the old Molson farm. Those monsters are much more destructive than the ones on our farm. So yeah, I remember this quest now. It's a relatively new one. It's not a vanilla quest, but we'll definitely be covering that off in the next episode. Suffice to say, of course, that we get to actually drive around in one of our own, which is really cool. Well, I'm sure you guys don't want to see me gathering all of these and killing the Harvest Watchers over and over. We've got to kill about 10 of them, so we've got 9 more to go. So as per usual, what we will do is we'll come back when we're getting close to the end of that, and it'll save you the pain of my terribly slow combat here. See you in just one moment. And welcome back, folks. Here we go. You can see we are on the home stretch now. We've been fighting these gore tusks and flesh rippers and the Harvest Watchers here, trying to get all of these bits and pieces for the Westfall Stew. There we go. You can see we are 5 out of 6 of the flanks. And by the way, I did pick up one of these, a burnt leather vest, and I'm going to equip that one because that's actually got better stats than the one I've got on, and I reckon it looks better as well. All right, let's see if we can taunt over one of these. We've got one more of these to get. 9 out of 10, nearly there. Now I've also switched over, by the way, to the stance of the Fierce Tiger, because I've noticed that my DPS goes up significantly when I am in that particular stance. There we go, you can see it was much, much faster than before. So I'm going to stick with that one for now. Alright, let's see, I also need to taunt over one of these guys. You can see if I hover over it, the Gore Tusk flank, we got 5 out of 6. Yeah, look how much faster I'm killing now that I'm in that other stance.
Not ready yet.
Much, much, much faster indeed. There we go, 6 out of 6 for those ones. And I think all we need to do now is get some more Flesh Ripper meat, which means trying to find those nasty birds. Oh, and look, they're the arcs of energy that we need. We're on the Molson farm now. This is what we will be doing next week if we have a look at the map. Yeah, next week we're going to be getting inside one of those Harvest Watchers and piloting it ourselves, which is really, really cool. Looking forward to that. Now, where have all my Flesh Rippers gone? There were tons of them around here before. Maybe there's someone else leveling in the area, so they might be doing that. But what we do... Oh, no, there's one. And let's see how far we can get away with taunting. Yep, nice. Now, remember, these guys get behind you as well, and that can be a bit nasty. Just like that. Ouch.
I do not have enough energy. I cannot do that now.
Alright, yeah, this is way, way, way better DPS. There we go. Stringy Flesh Ripper meat, 4 out of 6. Way faster than the other starts. And there's Ochre, 6 out of 6. So I'm just looking for one more Flesh Ripper in the sky. And of course, this is typical WoW, isn't it? When you really want something, you can never find it. But of course, when you don't want one, it'll be flying around and attacking you. That's just the way it works in MMO land, unfortunately. Alright, let's see. I might have to take a pause because it looks like we've cleared out the population of these things. So we'll wait until some respawn. Oh, look, there's one over there. We can roll, baby, roll. Get closer to it and then taunt it over. There we go. Nearly had another break in the filming.
Is not ready yet.
And while we take this guy down, don't forget to have a look over in the background there. Because again, we've been talking about this in all of the episodes here in Westfall. That is definitely something new since the Cataclysm. 5 out of 6. Oh, I thought we only needed one more. Oh, well, never mind. There's another Flesh Ripper over there. And of course, with all of these abilities, we can get there very quickly. Whee! Yep. Jumping leap kick is what I'm calling that.
I cannot do that yet. I do not have a target.
And hopefully that means we are done. That's right. They have a 100% drop rate, thank the Lords. So we're all done. Now I think all we need to do now is go and, yeah, I'm going to click on that because we're going to go and hand back in now. And I think it's over the other side there. Gosh, we've come quite a way, haven't we? It's amazing how much ground you actually do cover when you're running about. Listen to that. Oh, I love that music so much. Alright, we'll just get this pesky Harvest Watcher out of the way. There we go, all done. Bit of XP never hurt nobody. And it's off to hand in back to Farmer Saldean. Hello, sir.
Well met.
Well met to you as well. Times are tough indeed. We are all done. No problem cleaning up the watches from your farm there. Salma Saldean, food will be ready as soon as I have all of the ingredients. Hurry, she says. Yeah, hurry yourself. Bless your heart, dear. These poor orphans have not had a hot meal in days. Looks like we'll have enough left over to help feed many more of the homeless of Westfall. Okay, I feel a lot better for that. Let's see, we've got the cloak here. Let's see what it looks like. No, I don't mind the one I've got. These boiled boots here, +9 armor, +1 agility, which I really do want, and stamina. I'm going to take those. But we're going to equip them. Thank you, Seraphis. Your kindness will not be forgotten.
Well
it is my pleasure. I'm going to give you a bow, in fact. There we go. Now, back in the day, you used to actually get the Westfall Stew as a reward. But, yeah, never ever used to use it myself. Dinner's ready. Come and get it. So this is all thanks to us. In fact, we can sit down and watch the proceedings here. Yay for Seraphis. I'm so happy. Thank you, Mama, and thank you, Seraphis. It is my pleasure. What do you reckon, Seraphis? Yeah, it's good to do something nice every now and then, isn't it? Now let's go back into here. Of course, I've got my new boots that I want to put on, my boiled boots. Let's equip those. There we go. And now hopefully I'm going to do a little bit more damage. What we can also do is pick up this quest that's appeared here. But I also want to go to the shop. There we go. And to sell my grey items. And in fact, I also want to sell my old boots. Let's see, the Disciples' Vest of Intellect, we can get rid of that as well. That's about it. There we go. Let's see what he's got for us now. You have our thanks. It's been many years since anyone has offered to lend us aid, Seraphis. Had you not come along, we might not have made it through the coming winter. You have proven yourself to be a selfless individual, a person that we can trust. I only wish we had something of value to offer you. While I have no information to assist you in your crusade to bring the Fellbrow's murderer to justice, perhaps my wife can help. Speak to Salma inside, and she will tell you what you need to know before you leave.
Go with honor.
Ooh, very interesting. And of course that's exactly where we're going to leave it, on a cliffhanger, because next week hopefully we'll get to find out the next unfolding step in this zone-wide murder mystery here in Westfall. And of course you get to find out, if you guessed right, about what special thing goes on right here thanks to Farmer Saldean and his wares. But we've completely run out of time now. On behalf of myself, Sambo, and Seraphis, our level 15 Pandaren Monk, I say take care. Hope you guys are having a great week wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.